Okay, the third and final method for graphing linear equations of two variables is called the, the method, the slope-intercept method. This, by far, is the most sophisticated of the three methods. So we'll explain how the method works. Now, this one you really only want to use when the equation is already solved for y. So if you have an equation that's already solved for y, let's say, for example, I'll write the equation right here. Y equals mx plus b. Well, right away, you can see that the number, the coefficient of the x term, the number in front of the x, is the slope of the line. Now, what about the constant over here, b? Well, b turns out to be the y-coordinate of the y-intercept. In other words, that's how many units. If b is positive, that's how many units above the origin the line is going to pass, is going to cross the y-axis at. For example, if b were equal to 7, then you expect the line to be 7 units above the origin. So let's see how the slope-intercept method works. It says first identify m and b from the equation. Next, plot the y-intercept 0, comma b. Write the slope in the form rise over the run, and use the slope to locate another point Q on the graph. So we'll see how that goes. And then finally, draw a line that goes to the points P and Q. So looking at this equation right here, I'm going to write right above it I'm sorry, write it right above here. We got y equals mx plus b. So you can see that the m is going to be negative 3 over 5, and b is going to be 4. So over here on the side, I've written these already. M is negative 3/5, and B is equal to 4. So first, let's look at B. B is equal to 4, so that means that the y-intercept is going to be 0, comma 4. So let's go to the rectangular coordinate grid, and let's just go 4 units up on the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's point P. That's the y-intercept. Now what I need to do, I need to go to the slope now, and I got to write it in a form, in a fraction form, rise over the run. So I got to figure out what am I going to do with that minus sign. Now what most people do, the common practice is to take that minus sign and just put it in the numerator. So I rewrote this fraction negative 3/5 as negative 5. I'm sorry, I took the fraction negative 5/3 and I wrote it as negative 5 over a positive 3. So right away, now I know that the rise is going to be negative 5, and the run is going to be positive 3. So what does that mean? Well, if the rise is negative, that means you're going to go 5 units down. If the run is positive, that means you're going to go to the right, however many units. But here's the crucial part of this. We're going to find another point on this line, but we're going to begin not at the origin, but at point P. So let's see. Again, it says the rise is negative 5. So that means I go down 5 units starting at P. So let's go down 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the run is positive 3. So that means I go 3 units to the right. 1, 2, 3. There it is. There's our next point. We'll call that point Q. Now, where did I get the coordinates of 3 comma negative 1? Well, I just read off the coordinates of point Q. Notice from the origin, Q would be 1, 2, 3, 3 units to the right, and 1 unit down. So the x coordinate is 3, and the y coordinate is negative 1. Now I take my straight edge, my ruler, I line it up on points P and Q, and then I draw this line that goes right through those 2 points, like that. So there's my graph. Again, it's a very sophisticated method, nice method. What you do, you always take the number, the coefficient of the x term, the number in front of the x is the coefficient, That will always be the slope, and the number, the constant, will be the y-intercept, where the line crosses the y-axis. Plot the y-intercept, use the rise over the run to find another point that the line passes through, then you draw a line right through it. So be sure that you learn how to work with all three methods. And again, just a reminder, when do you use this method? Well, you want to use it when the equation is already solved for y. Make sure you know when to use the other two methods as well. Do the the four problems that follow, the three problems that follow this video, and that's the lecture for today. And be sure that you do the daily homework off of the daily homework handout.